welcome back to Raider Blog. I'm Hutson Boggs, and today we will be covering the AFC East and going into an in-depth overview and predicting where the teams will stand this year. So let's get to it. We're going to start with the Buffalo Bills. So Josh Allen really struggled last year as he was picked 7th overall. They were expecting a lot, but he threw 10 touchdown passes and 12 interceptions. He did run 8 touchdowns, but again, needs to get a little bit more comfortable in the pocket and become a really good passing player, as that's what they needed on the team. They didn't need another great running back, as they already have LaShawn McCoy. And they were 31st in passing yards a game, so definitely kind of struggled in that area in the quarterback position, but hopefully Josh Allen will improve this year. And on the defensive front, they lost Kyle Williams, one of their best defensive players. They did draft Ed Oliver in the first round, and hopefully will take the effect and really replace Kyle Williams and help this defensive front regain their composure after the loss of Kyle Williams. But all secondary starters returned this year, which is great news, as they were the #1 secondary in yards allowed a game, an amazing squad, and really just were able to really work well together and improved really well as the year went on, as the returners are Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Kevin Johnson, and Jordan Poyer, all amazing players, and Bills are very happy that they're returning to this amazing defense. But Bills will need Josh Allen to succeed for the Bills to get some momentum. Defense is outstanding, but really if the offense can kick in, hopefully this will be a happy year for the Buffalo Bills. Now moving on to the Miami Dolphins, they need Josh Allen and Fitzpatrick to succeed. They lost Ryan Tannehill. Some questions there as to why they did that, but they signed 2 amazing players. Some questions if they'll draft a quarterback in a very high pick next year, but these 2 will fight to keep their jobs, and we'll have to see who's going to take over this year. And they were 29th in sacks last year. Their defensive front just was really struggling over the year, as they lost Cameron Wake also this year. But they did draft Charles Wilkins from Clemson with the 13th overall pick. Again, Clemson defensive players are really just amazing, have an amazing defensive front, and will hopefully really help this struggling Miami defensive front and help them out there. But also on the offensive line side, some concerned as they were sacked 52 times, but this year they'll have 2 offensive lineman rookies starting this year between Michael Dieter and Isaiah Prince. Hopefully they'll kick into the role, but definitely some hesitation as to how this running game will be affected by it. Also quarterback position, 2 new guys coming in, so we'll have to see how those 2 work together and hopefully still be strong players for this team. But if Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, they will definitely have to fight to keep this Dolphin team from tanking this year, and hopefully it will help this struggling Dolphin team that has struggled in the last couple years. Now going to the New England Patriots, really the biggest question is how much longer can Tom Brady be his Super Bowl form, going into his 20th year. Still the year last year won a Super Bowl, close on MVP, but just an amazing player. But questions of, as he gets older, how much longer he's going to be able to take this. Hopefully he'll be able to keep going as he has for the last 19 years. And then on the defensive front, they lost Malcolm Brown and Trey Flowers, 2 young players that were really aggressive and really led this defense, and they will definitely be missed. But they did sign Michael Bennett from the Philadelphia Eagles, who had one of his worst years last year, but they're hoping to bring him back to his form that he had a couple years ago and hopefully reboot his struggling last year. And again, on tight end, they lost Rob Gronkowski, a major loss. I'm surprised as he retires, but as injuries kept piling up, he kind of decided that it was time for him to retire. They do have Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who has rotated in teams for quite a decent year the last couple years, but hopefully he has a big role to take and will hopefully recover well. But definitely this year, all eyes will be on Tom Brady and how he'll be able to handle without Gronk, and hopefully Patriots will still be a Super Bowl team this year, but we'll have to see. Now, going to the New York Jets, how will Adam Gase and Sam Darnold be able to handle all these new additions? And a bunch of Pro Bowl players and amazing players have been stacked onto this team, and definitely will contest with the New England Patriots this year. Just all around, they just added people, and just an amazing round of players. They added depth to their receivers with Jamison Crowder. Hopefully he will help Sam Darnold, who kind of struggled last year. Definitely a lot of potential in him, though, and Jamison Crowder will hopefully help him out there. And in the linebacker position, they did add C.J. Mosley, an amazing linebacker, Pro Bowler, who will add to this defense and really give them a lot of potential this year. They haven't been amazing, but hopefully C.J. Mosley will fix that. And then they did add a running back, Le'Veon Bell. He did not play all last year, so a little bit of concern about how he'll perform after this year of an off season. Hopefully he'll be in the same status, but not totally sure. Definitely some questions there. And then on the offensive line, they added Kelechi Osemele, who will hopefully help out Le'Veon Bell, and just another veteran to add to this front and really create some openings for this Jet offense. But Darnold and Gase will definitely have a lot of pressure to compete, as their manager has decided to take on a lot of players and will hopefully be able to become a major threat this coming year. But if they can handle that, Jets will definitely be a major threat. So thank you for watching Raider Blog. If you liked this video or thought it was helpful, please like or subscribe. And if you have any thoughts or comments, please drop a comment in the comment box below. That would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.